Great view out here today, everybody. Well, we brought you up for this great view to talk about the Bob, or the BOV, the BOV, the bug out vehicle, as I like to call it, a tactical scout vehicle, because my bug out vehicle is not going to get very far. No, it's all about getting out and about. But let's check it out. Hey YouTube, good day. Hey, we're out and about today. We're inspired by some fellow YouTubers to do a video here about the tactical scout vehicle, or as people call it, their bug out vehicle. Kustom Black Guns and Rob Painless recently did some stuff on their vehicle loadouts and what they have on board for different reasons. And I was inspired to do a gear dump to see what I'm missing, really. So I'm going to show you some of the gear I've got on board that I take and for what purpose, and we'll also tie it into how we use it with our everyday carry, like I talked about, to convert that into a get home kit if needed, and the different things that I know I'm missing, because I did go on my trip a while back and I never really properly reloaded from that, and then we did that big range day and I've still got not reset from that either. So I'm going to pull some stuff to talk about how I think it fits and what I'm using, and I'll identify things that I know I need to put back in or to even get to supplement what I have in here. So obviously my EDC kit is there, my everyday bag, and you see that video will be in the description box so you can see those items. But let's start off. I'll pull items out and just talk about it real quick. First thing I want to have is a good set of tools, hand tools, that I'm going to have for the Jeep. Wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers, all the things that I know I need on the trail or otherwise to have on hand. And I also have socket set and wrenches to keep on board, so I know I've got that, because I never know if I'm going to have to tweak something on the trail or whatever. So with a vehicle, that's only something that stays with the vehicle, obviously. Maybe if I needed it, I could grab a hand tool or something if I needed it going out. Shovel. Any off-roader needs a good shovel, right? Shovel's always going to be on board. I also have a collapsible military shovel that comes in and out depending on if I think I need an extra tool at various times. So I got my shovel. That's good. I got things in here I don't need. Here's some things I talked about during my EDC kit layout. A tarp. And I got a poncho liner. Really, this is a sleep system. This is something I can take together, roll it up, bungee it together, strap it, and I have a sleep system now with me. I can also carry a lightweight sleeping bag, but in a pinch, this will keep me, if I have to grab it with my EDC or just in the vehicle, that's something I can have on hand. So I know that's a necessity. To go with that, I also have a isomat or a ground mat for sleeping on if needed, or even to get under the vehicle to look around or anything if you're out on the trail. I have that on board, but I can also take that with me if I needed to go with my EDC. I still got some steel and targets rolling around back here that I don't need, but some things I might need on the trail are sandbags. Sandbags, a handful of them. If I needed them, I could grab them to help, you know, brace something, if I had a breakdown or something, to use the jack. I can use Phillips sandbags as a jack, use as traction to get under the wheels, different things I can do with those sandbags. It is a vehicle. I have an extra isomat because I have a high probability of having somebody else with me, right? So they have a sleep mat at least, or other buffering from the ground. Here's that secondary fold-in shovel I was talking about. I can either carry both or one. One thing I'm short on is I've only got one MRE stowed away in here. I should have more. So I haven't reloaded those. I need to reload some more MREs. So I only have one meal, really. So that's basically a day's worth that I need to restock that. So right now, a lot of vehicle kit, things that go with the vehicle that I can take out if needed for other reasons, but really they're focused on the vehicle. Now things that are dual purpose that really help me in a situation I can pull and add to my EDC as well. Got a backup knit cap, cold weather cap that I can have in here for somebody else or for myself. Got some backup first aid items, mostly pressure dressings and gauze for trauma, blood clotting stuff. I can augment into that bag. I also have a first aid kit inside the vehicle. I'll show you that in a minute. I've got a camp stove. Having this out on the trail with white gas. It's a whisper light. I can take that with me or leave it in the vehicle or have it whenever you might need it out and about. I did have one more MRE, so I have 2 meals. So that's a good 2 days worth, or 2 people 1 day that I can pull out. Had them tucked away in different spots. So I got food, shelter, some cold weather. I got some ability to sanitize water, and actually, you know what? I do not have a pan to put water in, so I don't have the ability to cook it. I do have a metal water bottle in my EDC that I can put on the flame, but I don't have a separate pan, which I usually do have, so that's something I want to add back in here. I have some extra bungee cords that I can load in if I need to. A necessity on the trail or otherwise. TP, gotta have the TP. Either I can break it up and roll off what I need and take with me, or I can take it all or leave it all. Off-road and really need a fire extinguisher of some sort, so I do have a fire extinguisher I take. Obviously that's vehicle specific. Another vehicle specific item, tow strap. Tow strap a necessity. Have a pair of work gloves I can take with and grab and go, or keep it with the vehicle. A couple other items. Have an inverter that I can use to charge things, plug into. have extra ammo to go with my everyday carry. Matches up caliber wise. I also have various other ammo I can carry around, but in particular carry everyday carry extra. Another first aid kit like I was talking about. This one specifically fully loaded trauma kit basically for that, so I could pull this out and strap it to my EDC to take out or go. This is what I would use on other people. The one inside marked as a first aid kit is red to notify somebody that came across the vehicle, if I was in it or somebody else, that that's for us. They can easily find it. It's red. With take out, I would take that out if I needed to. I have a grip of chemical lights for signaling or marking that I can use or take with me. I have an assortment of bungee cords that I can pull out and take with or not. And also duct tape, of course, that I can go to. Some extra cordage if I needed it. I have an extra water bottle with some survival. It's basically a built-in survival kit. So inside here you got a poncho, a whistle, some other cordage. So this is almost a built-in survival kit that I could pull for somebody extra or whatnot. There's a pack of zip ties. I also have zip ties tucked into the molly in the back of my seats, extra to have around. Electrical tape. Large machete taking care of brush on the trail primarily, but it can be pulled out with the sheath if needed. Carry another knife and another multi-tool inside the vehicle. Stays with the vehicle at all times, but can be pulled obviously in an emergency. So within all this first aid, I got a water gathering potential. I just need that being able to heat water up or heating food up. I need that for my camp stove. But I do have water gathering also, and the life straw inside my EDC. So I can use the heat for other things if needed, and especially in a cold winter environment. So those work together. Sleep system, ability to stay warm in the winter in particular, first aid kit, trauma, multiple uses, have the ability to splint if needed with cravats and the duct tape and other things. I can use those tools together with what's provided out in the trail, tree branches and such. Ability to charge, the recharge from the battery of the vehicle, and have multiple tools for digging, trying to do repairs on the vehicle. And if I had to go with my EDC, I could, grab anything like that I needed. Really, the biggest thing I'm short here I see is I could use a couple more meals to keep on hand, and I need more water sources. I need a more reliable water. Usually I take water out so it doesn't freeze in the winter. This winter has been so warm, I really got no excuse. I could leave it in here and not worry about it. It's been so warm. Usually you don't have to worry about water freezing all the way through until about 15 degrees or lower. It's barely been below 20. I don't think maybe it's been below 20 one morning so far this year. A couple of final things. Do have the Bofang programmed to local frequencies that I showed the freak sheet inside my EDC. I can match it up with an extra battery to take with that gets charged routinely. See where we're at.
Channel mode.
These things maintain their battery life so well, even in the cold. It's pretty amazing. So those are all good. So I would pull that from the vehicle if I needed to. And I also have basically a rain poncho, rain jacket that I can use and pull out in more adverse weather, which we don't get a whole lot of. It doesn't last long. Now, I'll probably be wearing a coat for the day already. That's usually not a waterproof layer, but this gives me a waterproof layer over top if I need it. Also in the cab, a couple of different light sources, headlamp and a flashlight. See if, yep, still better, still good. And hand sanitizer, useful on the trail, but also something will be good to pull out if needed for sanitary conditions as needed. So I think that may be it of a lot of the prepared items, preparation items to take out and always have on hand. I can always augment this obviously with a bug out bag, bug out kit really. With if it was the whole family, there would be basically a whole tub, which we haven't even gotten into that, what is available and what I've got planned for that, but I could slide several different 5-gallon tubs, either strap them to the roof or put in the back here, however I wanted to load it out to move out with more kit for everybody if needed. But this would keep a couple people able to sustain off the vehicle if stranded, or if we had to grab it out of the vehicle and go. So that's really kind of what we got going here. I do want to augment food and water, I do believe, and other than that, it's just EDC weapons, depending on what you're carrying at the time, bringing that along. As you bring a weapon in, you bring the ammo with it to augment what you may need. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that people get something out of that. Go check out Kustom Black Guns video below, Rob Painless's video below, kind of talking about what they pull from their vehicle or can use and for different situations, whether it's off-roading or get home, bug out, whatever. So, thanks those guys for their videos. I just wanted to do this to kind of reset my memory, kind of some of the things I plan for, what I have on hand, and think about whenever I load out. All right, live free.